So this is Colleen Ballenger. You may know her as Miranda Sings. Between all her channels, she has about 20 million subs. She's being called off for or cancelled for apparently grooming minors. First we'll talk about her apology, since it's actually outrageous, then what happened in the past. Before that, sub to the channel. Do you know how she prepared to defend herself from all the allegations? She decides the best way is to make a song basically saying you're being manipulated without showing any proof of her side or showing anything at all to debunk the other side. So for 3 weeks of not posting, the video that was posted was not an apology, but her denying everything in the form of a song with a ukulele. Tell me this, what is wrong with people having the worst allegations against them and their bright idea is to make a response in the form of the arts? First you had Sienna May's response to sexual assault allegations with video evidence. Her idea of a response is to dance the allegations away, which I don't know how she's still even on the platform. And her response is now the second worst response ever, now that Colleen made hers. People are calling it an apology, but it's not even an apology, it's just a response. Same with Sienna May. She was not remorseful of what she did, and she doesn't believe she did anything wrong. With Colleen grooming minors allegations, she made a song denying everything, thinking that if the song was heat, everyone will forgive her. And it's getting so dumb to the point where these apologies that people make, they don't want to do a normal apology. Say the facts, say what happened, say their side, debunk the other side. No, they want to be quirky and different. But is it really a good idea to be quirky when your allegations are child grooming? And I feel like with the way that everything's going, someone at some point is going to commit murder and their whole response to the thing is going to be a painting. That's it, just a painting. And when that happens, a holy trinity of art apologies will form. In your response, act your age. You're close to pushing 40 with 3 kids. What in your right mind decided it would be a good idea to make a song about it? Your allegations are grooming. With the whole musical being how she basically dismisses everything, and the whole time she's saying that people are lying for clout and don't listen to the other people. They're manipulating you. When all she did is manipulate children herself. Now the response.
All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation. The toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody.
Yeah, that totally doesn't sound creepy at all.
It's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise.
That was probably the worst thing she could have said. When everything first happened 3 years ago, she manipulated everyone into thinking Adam was wrong. And she started DMing people saying Adam was lying so they can make a video about it. And when people asked if they can show the DMs for proof to see that, she said Adam's lying, she told them they can't because of Adam's mother's wishes. But then decides to make a video herself. So no one believed Adam and he got even more hate. So who's really monetizing someone's demise? Everything will make sense later. And now that more stuff came out, actual competent adults are seeing what she did and are calling her out on it. Because throughout the whole song, she talks about how everyone's wrong, all the info you see is lies and manipulations. Doesn't bring up any facts or proof of her side. And I wonder why. Maybe because the evidence of her being weird is so prevalent that she can't do anything other than say that people are lying. But really, her whole response can be shortened in this 4-second clip.
You took everything from me!
Fans, and I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so, because 5 years ago I made a fart joke.
That fart joke in question was when she was on tour, a 16-year-old girl was picked to go on the stage, she had the girl lie down, she spreaded the girl's legs, and played a fart sound. Now, if you're wondering why she's being canceled in the first place, is that her fans grew up from being naive children to adults and realized the stuff she was actually doing. She had a group chat with around 30 fans called Colleen's Weenies, where the group chat was people from the ages of 12 to 17. I also think this was a group chat where she asked minors what their favorite sexual position was. She's venting to children about her marriage problems and asking them to do weird stuff like putting tampons in their mouths. I also think she asked a minor a picture of their backside, and that person was apparently 12.
Alright, here are the actual screenshots where Colleen was inappropriate with her minor fans. Again, I did not want to share these, but her fans continually keep asking, where's the proof, this is fake, and it's frankly getting exhausting because there's so much evidence. Here is where Colleen asked Adam when he was 15 if he was a virgin. Here is where she changed her group chat name to Winter C Blockers, and she asked her fans, tell me what move I should make on a very inappropriate word for her boyfriend. That's her boyfriend's name, all mixed in with bad words. And yes, there are minors in this chat where she asks this. Her minor fans answer her, and she says, okay, I'm going to go to him and say, I want to stress eat your wiener. Again, minors are here. To me, though, the inappropriate jokes are not even the worst part. I really think the worst part is where she spoke so personally of her mental health with her minor fans. Like here where she says, hi, everyone hates me. I just can't imagine being like a fan that's like 12 or 13 or 14 and hearing this from my idol and how much stress that would cause me and how much I would feel I would need to comfort them. Like, can you just imagine like Taylor Swift says everyone hates me and is clearly depressed and you're obsessed with her and you feel the need to make it better, but you're a kid. Like, that is so much to put on a child. And she spoke a lot about her divorce and complained that her ex said that she was cheating. And again, these kids had to comfort her, even though a lot of these kids also liked her ex-husband. And I think Adam even said this in his video, that he really like worshipped their relationship and it felt like a divorce of his parents in a way. So he's having to process that information, but also comfort her about it. But she really kept her fans hooked in these group chats by like giving little tidbits, and they got more information than the rest of the fandom, and it created like this personal relationship. And again, she fostered these parasocial relationships with the fans. She made kids feel more important because it got her a lot of loyalty. And I know there's people that be like, oh, she's not a real predator. And like, okay, I'm not saying that she is. What I'm saying is that she used grooming tactics and predatory behavior to get what she wanted out of fans, which was that they buy her merchandise and show up to her shows and give her free labor, and most importantly, attack anybody who attacks her. And you see that in my comments so much. And the things that these kids say is so scary to me. Like, I will always stand by her. Like, I'm a ride or die. Nothing could convince me that Colleen isn't great. That kind of defense is a direct response to the way that she talked about kids here. And even with all this, I guarantee you her fans are going to go into my comments and say this was faked. But I promise you, if it was fake, Colleen would shout that from the rooftop. They'll read this and still say, I just can't believe it. And I understand why. It's because you are trapped in a very toxic parasocial relationship.
Now, what happened in the past 3 years ago? So she sent a 13, 14-year-old Adam underwear as a joke, and read it how it is, that's weird. Because Swister Rolls, 30-something-year-old man, sends a girl less than half his age underwear. That guy would be in cuffs. At a live show 6 years ago, she, still being 30, put a bag of cheese balls in her pants and got a minor to grab it from the inside of her pants. This is like pedo behavior at this point. And you're calling these a mistake? You're delusional. She even asked Adam, who was 15 at the time, if he was a virgin. So you have Adam, who was the person who got the underwear, and between the underwear and him making the video of Colleen Stopped Lying 3 years ago, they were friends till they had a falling out. Now the first video from 3 years ago, Colleen Stopped Lying. In this video, Adam talks about how Colleen was talking to Adam about her divorce she was doing with her husband at the time. He was 13, and Colleen asked him to find drama on the ex-husband. And as Adam was finding drama, he got put into the drama himself. And people just started hating him and saying stuff about him. He was 13. When his parents heard about what happened, they told him to distance himself from Colleen. So that's when she started to manipulate Adam into doing stuff, saying she'll fly him out for VidCon or America in general multiple times, but that never happened. He talks about the underwear, and when it finally was sent, the parents took it away, since it was a 30-something-year-old woman sending underwear to someone half her age. He talks about being the social media manager for her Twitter account for a day, where he would send her tweets, see if Colleen approves it. If she approves it, Adam would tweet it, which resulted in Colleen getting cancelled. Adam thought of the idea of making a tweet saying that she was coming out, but the whole thing was she was coming out as a Meghan Trainor fan. She got cancelled for being homophobic, but at the end of the day, she approved the tweet that Adam had made at 17. At first, she wasn't blaming him because he was still a minor and she approved the tweet, but started to indirectly blame him. And then, throughout the next few videos that she made, she was sad. People asked what happened, and then, they found out that it was kind of with her and Adam, so people started hating him.
And said, okay, I deleted the gay tweets, sorry, I'm too weak, I can't have people thinking I would make fun of the LGBTQ community. Don't hate me, but I was getting too many hate tweets. And she says about how it was her fans that made her delete the tweet. And so I just wrote back, I said, that's chill, okay, no problem, sorry about that. And she said, not your fault, you're so funny. I'm just too sensitive, it will take a while for me to get thick skin again, so be patient with me. And then I said, it's all G, just trying to work with you to make sure you can reach your full potential. And she says, I know. And then I say about the rise of interactions that the Twitter had, and she says, I love you. Thank you for everything, for always believing and helping me. So even though she was saying this, she was slowly starting to put the blame and guilt onto me for stuff that she had already approved and was going to tweet on her own, whether she had given me the password or not. Now keep in mind, she texted me and said go crazy in relation to on the account, yet I only tweeted stuff that she had approved, including talking to fans and keeping updated in group chats. And at 8:51 on the 27th of March, she sent a message saying, don't forget, don't post anything without my approval for now. Now taking back what she had initially said because she saw the fault that she had shown. Sent me a message saying, I'm getting an overwhelming amount of hate for the coming out stuff. I don't know what to do. It's like every other tweet I'm getting right now on my Colleen Twitter. I haven't even looked at the Miranda, yet I'm scared to. So 10 minutes later, it turned into her saying how she apologised to one person. And she said, the thing is, I agree with them. Queerbaiting is not a joke. I'm super sad I've upset so many people. I'm telling you, girl, I'm super sensitive, like near tears. Again, trying to guilt me and make me feel really bad for something that she had already approved and found funny. And she didn't see any problems with it. I'm going to be really honest for a second. I spent that entire day just crying in bed and texting my friends, and my mum and dad were just comforting me the entire day. I was a mess that day. I was completely radio silent on everything. Ask any of my friends from that day. It was such a horrible day. Like, it was so awful. I didn't even get a message from Colleen asking how I was. It was just guilt-tripping me that I had done all this to her, almost as if I had planned it or something. So she continued to talk about it. She said, it's all anyone is talking about. I'm really upset. I would never post something like that, and now everyone thinks I'm homophobic. I'm really upset. So right now she's seemingly taken back all opinions of me, of my tweet ideas, of my input on the account, for her saying thank you for everything you did. It was magical. I'm so happy. The fans, now it's, I would never tweet stuff like that. My fans think I'm homophobic. I can't believe this. And instead of checking in how I was as well, I was just getting short, snappy sentences to guilt me even more. At this stage, I had enough, and my parents had enough, and I sent the following message. I've logged out and this situation will die down. People know you. They were extremely excited last night. Mob mentality will make them think they have to believe a certain way. I hope you've seen the interaction last night got, and that there's so much more possibility for the character. The fans were just waiting for you to give them that moment. The series on YouTube has all positive comments and feedback. Twitter drama stays on Twitter. I love you so much and this will pass. I got left unread and I was ignored from this point on.
So, Adam sent her a message saying that he logged off the account and the Twitter drama is probably going to stay on Twitter. YouTube account is still positive, things will die down. Basically try to comfort her while he's crying his eyes out at the same time with everyone just hating him. She left him unread and deleted all the other tweets he made with her permission. After all the hate, they think Adam's trying to get back at them, so Corey goes into fan group chats, talks smack about Adam, and basically publicly says that everything's Adam's fault. Go blame him.
Nothing. On vlogs for days after, she milked how sad she was, crying but never saying what it was, which again was just another big F you to me. And I'd also been aware that Corey DeSoto, her best friend, had been shit-talking me in fan DMs during this time. He blocked me on Twitter and I called him out for it. Then recently I was showed DMs of what Corey had been saying about me in these group chats and what he had been saying that Colleen had said about me in these group chats. So there's a Twitter account, there's no need saying the at because it's just free promo, but it was basically just sending hate and targeting and harassing Colleen Ballenger fans. And the DM from Corey read, Colleen thinks, and then the at is Adam. In this group chat with a bunch of other people. Now I got sent this DM, thank you for everyone looking out for me by the way, and sending me this stuff, and I also got sent so much more on what had been said about me in these group chats from people I thought was friends, between Corey, Colleen, anyone. I have everything sent to me. People were always looking out for me, and I just, whenever you're going through shit with something like this, whenever people are still looking out for you, it really means the world. So you know who you are. So that Twitter account was basically just trolling and attacking Colleen fans, and I was hurt that it was believed that I had done this or even taken part in this. I didn't even know what the account was. First, that Colleen believed that I was behind the account or even a part of it, not even just owning it. And secondly, that Corey felt brave enough to run off and talk about it in DMs. So obviously Colleen had been running her mouth about me since my last DM. Keep in mind, I was crying most days after this because I was so upset that I wasn't hearing anything from her. Now I know that, oh, that's where the time went. I was obviously being talked about in these group chats and information was being fed in. So I sent Colleen this message, and this was my goodbye message to Colleen. And that's hard whenever your room is filled with merchandise for her, with pictures from the concert, with friends you've met from her, pictures of you and them, and all them memories. Been told by multiple people about how you and Corey have been running around saying I run a hate account for people who support you, which is extremely disappointing that your mind even goes to that place. I'm aware and so are my parents and have screenshots of everything from the past few weeks that Corey has said about me and in relation to you about me in these group chats and also everything else. But I'd never thought you would stoop that low, especially due to the 17-year age gap. Talk to me in 16 years if a 33-year-old takes advantage of Flynn for years, then runs shit talking him on Twitter. You want to play that game? Why do you even bother following me? Do you know how hard that message was to send? To someone that I idolize, to someone I love.
I think Finn or Flynn is one of Colleen's children. And what he said was right. He was taken advantage of because she was a popular YouTuber with kids. He got to a personal level with her, talked to her like friends, so he would do stuff for her, even if he was getting hate and crying for days. Then people on Twitter just started blaming Adam for everything bad that happened to Colleen. She made a video clearing up everything that she can, and clearly she can make a professional response. So what's up with the newest video? And how are people still defending her?
But because when this person messaged me letting me know they were upset, I responded immediately. I was very shocked and confused. I expressed I didn't know what they were talking about, and I also expressed frustration that they were trying to bring my son's name into their drama. Then I received a message from this person's mother asking me to not speak his name. So I was trying to respect the mother's wishes and the parents' wishes of this 17-year-old. But it has gotten to a point where there are so many rumors and lies and speculations going around, I feel like I need to address it. I do have receipts proving the things that I'm about to tell you. However, I feel uncomfortable sharing them because he is a minor. So I'm only going to be showing you the things that were between adults or things that were already public.
So this video addressing everything was 3 years ago, which was talking about her past and the video that Adam had made. She shows that she responded to the Finn comment, and for some reason, she doesn't understand anything. She saw Finn and she thinks Adam's gonna do something, but if she learned how to read, she can see that all Adam did was replace himself with Finn and a random manipulator for Colleen. She told him that she's been nothing but nice to him, but she's been guilt-tripping him and standing on the side when people are harassing him, while her best friend Corey instigates the whole thing. She talks about the whole ascending underwear thing. It was a live stream of them opening a box of clothing with clothes that have not been used. After a while, people wanted these clothes, so she started sending them out because apparently she sends her fans weird stuff. And this is where she found Adam. He was making funny tweets that Colleen laughed at. She wanted to send him something, and that something was the underwear. Now, Cody rants. I think she was one of the main defenders of Colleen when Adam did his first video 3 years ago, and now she's backtracking everything and deleted her whole channel basically. Because now the only thing that pops up is a channel with no videos and with the same amount of subs before she did the whole deletion. But before the actual deletion, she made a response because she realized that Colleen was a red flag, and at the time of the video of defending her, she was suffering from mental illness, which is why she had a parasocial relationship to that extent, which only grew when Colleen started DMing her. So I think after Cody did her video defending Colleen, Colleen DM'd Cody telling her that Adam's lying and he's showing stuff out of context, and that she can really expose him, but she's not gonna do it.
DMs me and says,
I wanted to reach out to you privately and in confidence and let you know why I'm staying silent. After he sent me that last message,
which you can see in his video, I'll link that down below,
that he is now made public, I responded to his messages immediately, did not ghost him, and then received a message from his mother through his DMs asking me to not speak of him. I now realize I should have never been communicating with him in the first place.
Yeah, duh. He was a child. He's not even the only child that she was talking to. Not even paying attention to them. And then I was like,
do you mind if I include the DMs proving he lied in my video?
Because like I said, I wanted those DMs and I wanted to be the only one who had them. And then I was like, my plan is to paint the video show Adam manipulates you into trusting them and had a master plan to take you down when you got mad about the Miranda thing. Like, girl, you don't have that.
At the same time, Corey was trying to get Cody to do more videos on Adam to see what they can talk about till they get backlash themselves. So the main players from the video 3 years ago, being Cody and Adam, were both being manipulated. One wanting to spread their wings and break free from the emotional abuse, and the other being manipulated to clip those wings before they reach the sky and show the light. Because Cody's video is one of the main reasons why no one really believed Adam. That's about it. If you liked, then sub. If you sub, you might get another video.